Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. We're back at it for another day here. I've got a helper in the shop today. The nephew's gonna help out. Hudson, you gonna say hi? Hey, get your tools. Get your tools, come help. That's it. You gonna come help? Get your tools.
Come on, bud.
So, I've been working away this morning here. I thought before I started the video I'd work away just so you guys aren't watching, and I made the first bracket for the body kit. So there's the installed. It's real hard to see, but it's a super tight seam all the way across there, all the way across. It's dead even all the way across. You can come to the back, you can see that line is dead perfect right there. It comes across, right? All the lines are lining up. And what I did, here it is on the inside, guys. So what I did is, like I said, I put this steel plate, the aluminum plate there. I put the 4 riv nuts in it to equal out the thing. Now, I was gonna put this one here down underneath. That's where that one there was supposed to go to even out that weight. But lining up these holes to be perfect is a bit of a task. So I ended up putting them on there and then getting, see if I can get a shot of it here, guys. And then getting great big huge washers with a 1/4 inch bolt down underneath there. So you can see that I just had to take just a little bit off there, but it's a 2 1/4 inch washer with a 1/4 inch bolt through it. So it's still distributing that weight. You know what I mean? It's still spreading it out over a long ways. And like I said, I've got 4 of them on there. And you can see there just how tight that is. It's keeping everything nice and tight all the way along. There's one down there on the end. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And it's keeping everything nice and tight. So yeah, so I'm really happy with it, the way it came out. Really happy with the joint there and how it's holding together. I think this is gonna probably be the method to use. So I'm gonna keep going. I don't know if I'm gonna get the whole kit bolted together today, but I'm gonna get the other side on. So I'll get that side there done. And then maybe the front to the side skirt. I will say that it took a bit of time. Excuse me. I will say it took a bit of time. Messing around with it probably took me better part of a couple hours to do just the one piece there, just because I want to make sure that all those holes are as tight as possible. You know, I've got a little bit of play in there in case I need to move a fender around, but not a lot. And that's important to me. I want to make sure that it's real tight. You know, when I put that bumper on in there and I go to bolt it on, I want to make sure that it's good and firm and it's on there. And it's not going to cause any problems. So I'm going to continue to go ahead here. Maybe what I'll do is I'll kind of show you the process on the next quarter panel and what I'm doing. And you guys have a better idea kind of how I did it. And we'll see if I can't get the thing bolted together today. I'd like to bolt the kit together just to see if all the joints and everything lines up right. Whether or not I'm going to get that done today, I'm not sure, but I'm going to do my best and we'll see where we end up. Okay, so what I've done, I'm working on the other side now. So you can see I marked and drilled out the holes. This is the part that goes to the fender, and over there I've got the 4 marked out for the rear quarter to the bumper. So then what I did is I put this on the inside. You can see the little black dots there. So each one of those has been marked all the way along, and the same thing with this one here. This one here is for back of the fender. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go drill these the same size as the riv nuts, so I can put the riv nuts in these. And then what I'm going to do with this, before I drill those out big enough for the riv nuts to go through, I use that as a template. I'll clamp that on the far side of the bumper I'll get all my joints and seams and everything lined up correctly. Same thing with the side skirt. Then I'll use these here from the inside. I'll take a marker. I'll just put a marker through there to make a dot so I know where I'm drilling on the side skirt. And then I'll drill out the side skirt, do the same thing we did with this one here. So that's it. So that's that one done. They're both in there now. I've got some to screw to. We'll go back over the car and I'll show you what I do with the rest of the body panels. So I've got this side set up, same thing. Nice clean edge. Want to make sure all my lines are following the right contour. Make sure that it's a nice seam all the way along. And then at the back, same thing. I want to make sure that all my lines are lining up correctly and everything. And there still has to be a final sanding to it, but you want to make sure obviously it's as close as possible before the sanding. So back here, what I've got is I've just got it clamped with a couple clamps just to keep it all sturdy in place. Now I'm going to take my marker and I'm just going to mark each one of those holes very carefully. This back one, bit of a pain, but should be able to get it. There we go. So now what I'll do is I'll take that off, and after I take it off, it should so you can see as I'm loosening this off, the body panel itself is relaxing, kind of falling back into its place there. This is hard to do with one hand on the camera, but should be able to get it done. Look at that. The magic of having 3 hands. There's that. Take that off. I'll take that off. And then I should, I don't know where to put that. Let me set that down here. Actually, don't scratch it. So now I've got, you can see them very, very faintly there. There's one dot. There's another dot. Right. So now what I'm going to do, I'll drill the fender out to a 1/4 inch just to accommodate the 1/4 inch bolt that I'm going to use. And then on the top, on the quarter, what I'll do is I'll drill that out to a 1/2 inch. That there's going to accommodate the riv nuts coming down flush and sitting in there. And we'll put it together and see what happens with it. Okay guys, so I've got it this side together now. I'm very happy with the way things are coming along. You can see same thing at arc, just meets perfect. This line, perfect, nice flat seam all the way along. And then when we get to the back, same thing, that line matches. This line right here matches. Everything is the way it's supposed to. And then up front, I've got the one side screwed on as well. Now, I was concerned, for those of you right here, I felt like this should run into this body line right here. And I was playing around with it. I was confused on why it wasn't lining up. But then I realized that this here, that little piece right there, is on the door. So when the door shuts, there is a swish that comes up and it meets up with that line right there. So that line comes down on a bit of an angle and then it meets right there. So same thing, very happy with it. I mean, it came out very, very, very smooth, nice and clean. And then guys, on the back side, same thing. So I've got the plate upside with all the riv nuts in it. Down here, I've got the plate, and those plates these ones on top are going to be, I guess, epoxied in. We'll get a 2-part epoxy, a real strong one. I'll clamp it in the way it is right now. We'll epoxy all those plates in so that those plates don't move. And then when we take it apart, we know they're in the right spot. So very happy with the idea. Like I said, the plate on the bottom side didn't really work. But I mean, with those great big 2 1/4 inch washers on there, it's covering most of the surface anyway. So it's still spreading that weight over a large surface. So I'm happy with that. And like I said, now that I'm doing it and I'm shaking it around and I'm playing with the fenders, definitely going to be strong enough to hold everything on and be serviceable as well. So I'm going to end today's video there, guys. Tomorrow's video, I'll probably finish it up, see if I can't get the front bumpers done. Like I said, just to get those 2 sides done in that one skirt, I've probably been on it for 6 hours now, 7 hours. I want to make sure that I don't crack the fiberglass. So for those of you that are wondering, I'm drilling a small little pilot hole, like a real tiny pilot hole, and then I've got this carbide bit that I'm making it the size with. I bought it; it's the exact same size that I need. So I just run this all the way through. I find with the drills, what's happening with the drill, if you try to drill out fiberglass with a drill, like I make a very, very, very small pilot hole, just enough that I can get a marker in there to mark everything up. Then when it comes to time to drilling the size, I use that carbide bit. It makes my life a lot easier because the drill wants to grab and pull itself into the fiberglass, cracking and stuff like that. Obviously, with the cost of the kit, we don't want to break it or anything like that. So, but again, guys, I'm gonna end the video there today. I'll pick it up tomorrow. For those of you new to the channel, we're building a 4509 Veilside Supra. This is the Supra here behind me. It's getting a full restoration, full paint job, interior motor, everything that gets done. You guys vote on it. You tell us what you want and how you want it done. We're going to build it, and at the end, one lucky subscriber is going to win the car. So make sure you hit that subscribe button for your chance to win it. And there is a vote up right now. Make sure you go vote. It's for the rear end. Right now, it's very close between 373s and 355s. I think with 355s edging out a little bit. But that vote is up, so make sure you go vote, and we'll see you in the next video.